Hi everybody, this is going to be a relatively short demonstration of how to keep your thread and needle together when you sew. So I'm going to show you two ways to do it. You may already know these, in which case you don't need to watch this. So the first one is with a thicker thread. This is a number 18 thread. Now this is it's a little bit of a plug. This is a harness needle, which is my favorite style of needle for sewing. You can see that it's basically the same gauge all the way, for its whole length. There's no little extra bulge here at the eye. It's got a round eye, and it's blunt. So when you're sewing, it's easier to find the hole from the inside with a blunt needle, and it means you probably won't pierce your finger as often as you may. So here we go. I'm going to thread this first. This is, as I say, number 18 thread. This is a slightly thicker thread. Well, obviously this is number 18. This is an 18-2. See if I can get it to go through here. Oops, there we go. There. All right, so I'm going to pull it through. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to pierce the thread with the needle. That's why I say this is easiest to do with a thicker thread. If you try and do this with a thin thread, it's going to be awkward. Now, the advantage to this is there's no knot at the eye, so that if you're going, when you sew, there's not going to be any extra bulk down here to kind of force through the sewing station. All right, so that's the first one. This does have a tendency to pull off easier than the second technique I'm going to show you. So here's one. Pierce the thread. Let me cut this off. As I say, the second works best with a thinner thread. Sometimes you give it a little bite and it'll flatten out on you for you. There we go. Go through. Okay, so now you take the short end here, you make a loop, and you go through it. Now this will give you a little more bulk at the eye, but it also is not going to come off. So there are, let me cut this one and do it one more time, just to make sure. One, two, three. If you do it wrong, it's self-correcting because then it won't work. So there you go. Two ways of securing your needle to your sewing thread. Have fun.